I know America has the greatest opportunity in the world from an entrepreneurial standpoint. So I want to help you get your part of it, whatever part of it that you want to attain. How do I know that? Because the beautiful thing about being here is that with free enterprise and free marketplace, and 99% of the people, won't work. And I know that. I've been doing this for 30 years. How have I had success? Outworked everybody. Yeah, I've had decent business plans, sometimes really good, sometimes barely decent, but I've been able to outwork everybody because that requires no talent. All right, guys, welcome to episode 58, our weekly podcast. We are talking about how you can get better, everything sales related, your business, your recruiting, your financial situation, whatever happens to be business related, we're here. You have any questions, you always drop them in the comments. I'll answer any question you have. I just want to see you do better. People say to me, why do you keep doing this? Why are you doing a podcast? Let me help you understand this. I just want people to have information that I didn't have that I attained over the years. I want you to have it faster than I had it. Why? Because I actually just want to see you do well. I probably never meet you, not involved in your business. I just want you to take information from here and do better. You ask questions, I'll answer them. You drop them in the comments, I'll answer them. It's not to monetize anything. So we can get to the end and get you all excited and let you know what there's no other motivation other than I want you to have the information. It's what drives me. I know America has the greatest opportunity in the world from an entrepreneurial standpoint. So I want to help you get your part of it, whatever part of it that you want to attain. How do I know that? Because the beautiful thing about being here is that with free enterprise and free marketplace, and 99% of the people, won't work. And I know that. I've been doing this for 30 years. How have I had success? Outworked everybody. Yeah, I've had decent business plans, sometimes really good, sometimes barely decent. But I've been able to outwork everybody because that requires no talent. So what I want to talk to you today about is assembling a sales team for you. Where does that start? With you. The number one mistake people make in sales when they're trying to build a sales team, they stop selling themselves. The number one mistake people make when they are in sales and they want to build a sales team, they stop selling way too fast. I don't care what it is. I watched it in real estate. I watched it in life insurance. I watched it in roofing. I watched it in every business I was in where guys got in the business. They're excited. They worked really hard. They were in the field. They're kicking ass. They're doing their thing. They're assembling a team. They hire a couple agents and boom, now I don't want to do no damn work. How do I get everybody else to do the work? It's like, okay, dude, I hear you on that, but you still got to go to work. Bro, you got to go to work. Bro, I'm not mad at you, but you got to go to work. And it's like, they don't want to go to work. And I'm like, okay, somebody got to do the work. Somebody got to sell whatever the product is. They get out too fast. They get enamored with passive income. They get enamored with being an independent contractor. They get enamored with being a business owner. They get enamored with their name on the door and the title that they have. Wow, for the love of God, they have arrived, and they are going to tell you about it, about their arrival. Buckle up. They're about ready to announce it. They are in charge, except they don't have that big a team. The team is fragile as it pertains to production, and it can all go away tomorrow. But somehow they don't acknowledge that. Somehow that can't happen. Somehow I didn't see that coming. Well, I don't know. Everybody else did. So I'm going to give you an example. I got into life insurance sales. I start selling $30,000 a month. Everybody says to me, man, why do you keep selling? I'm a year into it. I'm like, because I make money when I sell. And I like helping clients with life insurance because I want them to not die with no life insurance. And I want to assemble a sales team. And they're like, yeah, but your team's already doing $500,000 a month. And I'm like, I know, but I like selling and helping people. And I also know I inspire my agents by selling. And if I'm selling, they're watching it. That's going to and not only inspire them and empower them. And I'm in the field, which means I can give them information, give them real-time advice, and I can show them what I'm doing because they can listen to me dial, listen to me make my sales. I can actually train while I'm doing. So I can train while I'm making money. And they're like, well, how do you manage the agents? I'm like, what do you mean manage them? I get them into class and they get a license and they watch me sell, which makes them empowered, makes them believe in themselves. I show them exactly how to do it, and that's how I train them. Why do I have to not be doing my job to then magically micromanage them? Those that can't manage, micromanage, why are you asking me stupid questions? Shut your mouth when you're talking to me. That's how I feel about answering when dudes ask me that question. And I go, dude, you're not looking to train more, be the manager. You're looking to work less. And somehow you convince yourself that sales, you're above sales. I have built a lot of companies, sold a lot of companies, been very blessed to have the success I've had. I'm not above selling. I tell people all the time, I could go back in the field tomorrow and sell anything. I don't care what company it's at. Give me a product and I will mother freaking sell it. I can go sell and I'm not above it. No title made me above it. No success made me above it. No acquisition, no sale. None of that made me above me, Shawn Mike, going out and selling. So why do so many people prematurely in their business decide, I ain't going to sell no more. I'm going to sit back and be a manager because I've been at this for 7 months and it's time for me to be a manager. I ain't going to sell nothing. I sat in a meeting in 2009. Guy gets up on this stage, 1,000 people in the room, and he starts talking about the salespeople in the room, of which I was one of them. And he starts talking down to us. I don't know how to sell anymore, he says. I'm so far above that. Couldn't even fill out an application if I wanted to, and I'm never, ever going to do that again, he says. And he continues on and on and on. And I think to myself, I wonder if this guy knows that I could go pick him up over my head and throw him across the room, of which I did not do, but that's what I thought to myself. Little guy. And I thought, I wonder if he knows how condescending this is and how much he's talking down to us. I wonder if he knows how demotivating this is. I wonder if he knows that people on his team are eventually going to dislike him for this attitude. And now, 16, 17 years later, that dude's in the field selling life insurance full time. And he has been for the last however many years because his team fell apart. If you get too big to do the small things, you'll eventually be too small to do the big things. If you're trying to build a successful sales agency, sales force, you should be in the field with your people. And in today's world, virtually, that removed every excuse. Prior to, everything being sold virtually, you could make an argument to me that if you were in your car, getting on planes, staying in hotel rooms, traveling across the country to make sales, that was harder for you to build your sales team. I will give you and concede that. I still did it. I was still in the field full time when we were face to face and built a massive sales organization. But I can give you a little bit. I can say logistically, I get it, man. I get it. I'm down. I get it. And but virtually, you can't sell me on it. Your team better be doing $1 million in volume a month. That's kind of my deal. Are y'all making $1 million in sales a month? Whatever that's my deal. You're making $1 million in sales. Is everybody making money off of $1 million in sales a month, whatever the product is? And if you are, then there's a lot you got going on, staff. I get it. But if it's you and 4 people, and 2 of them decide to quit, or 2 of them have a bad day or have something happen in their life, and it's just you and 2 people now, you're going to damn wish you were still in the field. And what I understood about the psychology of an override was, if I had 8 people working with me, and every time they made a sale, I got paid. Yet the thing I was asking them to do, I wouldn't do anymore. The thing I was making money off of them, because you make money off of people when they work and you don't. You make money with them when you're both working. Let me repeat that for you. If you are not working and the people around you are, and you make money when they sell something, you're making money off them. And that's okay. Like if you're working and they're working, you're making money with them. I always made money with the people in my organization, not off of them, with them. Always, 100%, unequivocally, that was my deal. Now, What happens when you make money off of them? When they're frustrated, when they have a bad day, when they're not happy, when the sun doesn't hit their face the right way, when a raindrop falls on their toe, they start to dislike you. They're mad. They're frustrated. Why? Because you're making money off them and you ain't doing nothing. But if I'm out in the field and you're out in the field and you're having a tough day in the field, I'm in the field too. So you can't look at me and go like, Shawn doesn't understand. No, I'm in the field too, man. How could I not understand? I'm in the field. Like completely in the field. Like, what are you talking about? What is happening here? So you've got to understand that you should stay in the field selling whatever it is you sell as you build your sales organization as long as you can. Take it from a guy that's built 3 separate distributions and sold all of them. I was in the field in real estate in its entirety. And waste management, I didn't have that company long, to be honest with you. And I actually would have done better had I stayed in the field and worked harder at it, as opposed to just trying to manage it from above. So that one, I would tell you, I know unequivocally I would have done better in the sale. I'd have made more money. And life insurance, I was in the field 5 years, my organization. And when I built the one that I ended up selling, I was in the field for as long as I could be. Like, got to a point where everybody's like, dude, you just got to get out of the field. Like, we have way too many other things going on. You're in charge of the entire company. I would have stayed in the field the entire time. But I had a lot going on, thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of agents. So please understand there is a price to pay for jumping out of the field too quickly with your organization. There just is. And everybody's watching what you're doing, good, bad, or indifferent. Everybody's watching. What are you doing? What are you achieving? What are you hoping to accomplish? Like, you've got to understand all of the above. But I am telling you, do not miss out when people around you, because here's human nature. I make some sales, I make some money, I recruit some people, they start making some sales. And all of a sudden, I'm the big businessman. And somehow the big businessman doesn't work. And I'm like, I don't know. Every guy that I know that built an empire in anything, he worked his ass off. I've never had any of them brag to me about, man, I started it and I decided I didn't want to work anymore. All the stuff we did to get here, I just quit doing because I don't want to work anymore. You know, I listen to Arthur Blank, owner of the Falcons, Home Depot founder. I listen to him talk about being on the road and buying supplies and doing his job and like traveling. I've listened to him talk about it. You know, I listened to Ed Bastian, CEO of Delta, talk about what happened. You talk about 9/11, all things everybody went through. You talk about him like making a commitment to being in front of every single employee to talk about layoffs and reductions in salaries and benefits because of what was happening. Like, that dude didn't go, you know what? I used to do that, but I mean, I'm Ed now. I am like a pretty good title, dude. I ain't doing that stuff. Like, let's just get on one conference call and tell everybody, and I'll go home at 4:15 and life will be good. No, man. He's like, no, we forget where we came from so fast. And I'm like, I don't understand that. Like, what are we talking about here? How are we forgetting about where we came from? You want to build a massive sales organization? Be one of the best people in your sales organization as it pertains to production. How long should I do that, Shawn? I don't know, as long as you can. So you want to work so hard and stay in the field till it gets to a point where you have to come out. Not you want to come out. You have to. Not, oh my God, I sold for 3 months. Now I got some agents. I can't wait to get out of the field. I have arrived. That's wrong. You'll fail. It should be you're trying to juggle so much. Your team's doing $1 million a month plus. You're managing all these other things. And one day you're like, dude, I just can't get to all of it right now. I'm going to have to sacrifice something. I'm going to have to come out of the field. You should be dragged out of the field. I was dragged out of the field. Staff, all the people around me, accountants, attorneys, everybody's like, dude, we just need more time to have these. There's a lot going on. We need to have conversations. We need to jump on this call. We need to do this. We need to do that. I'm like, all right, man, we'll get to it all, dude. Like, let me get to it. You should pay attention to the pulse of the organization you have. And I can tell you what earns you respect with the people on your team is you being out similarly situated to them, doing the exact same thing you're asking them to do to make money for their families. If you do that, then everything changes. How hard are you willing to work? What are you willing to do as it pertains to sales? How much time are you willing to put in? Like, what are you willing to do? How hard are you willing to work? What are you willing to sacrifice? You've got to understand that at the end of the day, you want to lead people, lead them by doing what you're asking them to do on a daily basis. That's leadership. Yes, eventually you will not be able to do that, but hold on as long as you can. The reason my sales organization, especially in insurance, did so well is I was one of the only, if not the only manager. I was the only one of any size of the company that was in the field selling. And people will say, why do you do that? I'd be like, well, number one, it's how I make money for my family. But once the organization's making money, why would I not continue to want to do what I love to do, number one, and what I'm asking you to do? And why would I not show you through what I'm doing? And why wouldn't I not increase your belief level? Imagine where I was recruiting. I'm like, you should work with me. Why? Because I had a lot of success doing this. I'm still doing it. I do it on a daily basis. I love it. I can show you how to do it. Matter of fact, here's what my results last week, month, year, 2 years, 5 years, like whatever it is. And I'm still doing it because I love doing it. It generates good income. And I can show you exactly how to do what I'm doing. I'm not guessing at it. It's what I do every day. And now all of a sudden, everything changes. Those that can't do, teach. So people in business all the time that will not go do what they want you to do, and they become this massive teacher of it. Bro, you ain't never done it. I ask people all the time, before you start giving me advice, how successful have you been at what you're going to talk to me about? Before we start talking, how successful have you been about what you're going to talk to me about? I want to know the source. I want to know the origin of the information you're giving me, because this information I'm going to utilize to ensure my family is financially free and financially successful. What kind of result have you had to give me this information? And if the answer is you ain't had it, don't give me the information. Keep it yourself. I ain't paying attention to it. But for those of you that are trying to build a sales organization, you're a business owner. You're managing a sales team. Are you selling what you're teaching? No, I'm too busy. You're too busy, or you think you're above it. You're too busy, or you're too egotistical. You're too busy, or you're too lazy. I can tell you that people I've watched thrive building sales organizations are still in the field with the people that they're helping train, mentor, coach. They are still doing it. Those people are having insane success because they're out there and they're still doing it every single day. The key to building a great sales organization, managing a great team, is leading them from the front in sales for as long as humanly possible till you're dragged out of the field from selling the product you sell, because you love selling it so much you can't even imagine the life of you not selling it, because you love being out there with your people, shoulder to shoulder, making sales, because you want to know what clients are saying real time so you can help educate new people, because you want people to see the tangible result you've achieved every day, every month, every year for however long, and because you want people to know you're not egotistical, that you're going to make money with them and not off of them. You want to build a sales organization, be a great sales manager. That's what you do. You do those things. You'll have so many people wanting to work with you. You want to be able to keep up with the request of people contacting you. And then one day when you're doing $1 million plus a month and you get dragged out of the field, people will be like, we love that guy. He's out here with us. He's always wanted to do this. He leads from the front. He's a blue collar guy, rolls his sleeves up, gets his hands dirty, goes to work. We'll follow that guy anywhere. We make money with him. He ain't making it off of us. And you build a healthy culture. You build a foundation where people appreciate your hard work, appreciate your passion, appreciate your lack of ego. That's how you build a massive sales organization and how you do it as a sales manager. I hope that helps. If you have any questions, put them in the comment section. I'll answer them next week. Appreciate y'all. Talk to you next week. Same time, same place. See you.